Hello there. We are still in the fourth season, in which we are discussing love affairs, which means relationships, short term, medium term, long term, one night stand, whatever that is. And in this video, I would like to talk to you about long term relationships. When it comes to long term relationships, I don't want to tell you that you are investing into something because I really want to avoid this vocabulary used on YouTube and internet that makes people look like a product or action in the stock market or something like that. But when you decide to go into a long-term relationship, you are putting time, effort, I hope, love, and a lot of things that are very important to you and that you want to make good use of into something, not someone, into something, because you are building something together. The person is not becoming your property or anything like that. You are going to build something together. If you decide to build something together, if you notice that you are enjoying going out with this person, meeting this person, and you want to have a long-term relationship, you want to build something more solid, more consistent, and long-lasting with this person, you have to consider that in order to make that work, you need to see that certain things are matching, that certain things are happening. No? One of the things that you need to notice is you want to start something with this person, you want to engage into a long-term relationship with this person because you like the person, because you have the same goals, because you are at the same moment and going on the same direction in life. You don't want to start a relationship with this person because you feel single, because you are single, I'm sorry, because you feel lonely, because you think this person has what it takes to help you somehow, or anything like that. If you start something because you believe you need to be in a relationship, because you believe you need someone to be on your side, because you are tired of being lonely, what is going to happen is most likely you are going to make bad choices. Most likely you are going to go for something that is not the best option for you, but is the option that is available at that moment. And you feel so needy, so weak, so desperate that you want to engage in whatever comes your way. And you really want to avoid that. And you want to avoid that for very simple reasons. It's going to be bad for you, and it's going to be bad for the person. You are going to be giving something to someone that maybe is not looking for that, and you're going to be expecting something from someone or demanding something from someone, which you should never do actually when you engage into a relationship, that the person cannot give you. And then you tell me, oh, but the other person has to be attentive to. Yes, the other person has to be attentive to and has to consider everything that I'm telling you now. But you are responsible for your actions, for your decisions, and for your ways of being, for your behaviors. You are not responsible for the other person. In case the person on the other side is also going through the same thing as you're going, and you are responsible, mature, and strong enough to know what to do, even if the other person is in a bad moment, is weak, is not able to make good decisions, doesn't know what he or she wants, you will know, and you will be able to move back, and you will be able to get out of that and say, here, no way, we are not going to have anything. You're a nice person, or we had some dates and it was good, but you don't want to move forward, or you notice already that things are not going well and there is no long-term future in that relationship, and you cut it. Never base your actions on, oh, what about the other side? Oh, what if the other person also doesn't know? Oh, what if the other person is also lost? Can you imagine the tragedy of two completely lost beings who have no idea of what they want, who are not mature, not strong enough, engaging into a relationship? I mean, you can have a lot of luck and it can work, but it's going to be like a huge chance that this is going to be a train truck crash, because everything is pointing for something going wrong. So avoid this kind of decision. If you decide to enter into a relationship, into a long-term thing, you also want to be sure that you are, let's say, free from the bad things from the past, free from the things that maybe hurt you or made you feel bad or less important or whatever in the past. The person that you are about to start to date, the person that you are about to engage in a relationship with, is not there to fix problems from your ex relationship. It's not there to fix issues that you acquired in your past relationships. This person is not guilty of what happened to you. And the last thing you want is to put the burden on this person's back to solve those problems, or more, to believe that you have to treat this person in a defensive way, in a skeptical way, not believing the person, starting already in a very defensive and not trustful way from the beginning because of what happened to you in the past. If you act like this, you are asking life to give you a bad relationship, because the other person will notice that sooner or later. And even though the person didn't do anything, you are already behaving as if the person was guilty for something. Not even to mention behaviors like, I'm going to cheat first because then I'm not going to be the fooled one in the relationship, because if the person cheats on me, I've already done it before. I mean, besides being a 12, 13, 14-year-old mentality, that is also a clear sign that you or the other person, you are not ready at all to start a relationship. You are not ready at all to engage into something. And okay, if that is the case, that you are the kind of person that want to behave like that, I think that what I'm saying here, I think that what I'm saying here is absolutely useless to you. At the same time, that is extremely useful and you should be paying attention. I think it's going to be absolutely useless because you are not willing to do the right thing. You are not willing to lead a decent life. You are not willing to go through a good path. You are already so hurt, damaged, and destroyed inside by things that happened to you, that you are not willing to turn back. You are not willing to take a different path. You are not willing to do things the way they should be done. And then there isn't much to be said. In my opinion, if you are able to self-evaluate and you notice that you are not in a good moment to start a relationship, you shouldn't. It's as easy as that. Are you going through hell in life? You don't want a hero to come and rescue you. You want to solve that so that when you start a relationship, you are able to bring something to it. You are able to bring good mood. You are able to bring love. You are able to bring emotional stability. You are able to bring financial stability, maybe. You are able to collaborate into building something good for both of you. So if you feel that you are not in a good moment in life, that everything is ruining and falling apart, avoid engaging in a relationship. The other person, above all if it's someone you have just met, the other person might think bad things of you. I've had people, when I was in the worst moment of my life, thinking this person doesn't want anything serious, this person doesn't want to have a relationship right now, this person just wants to have one night stands and so on. But I knew that in the moment I should not engage in a relationship. I tried to engage in a relationship at the very beginning of that horrible period, and it was a disaster. And the person had a horrible image of me, and I couldn't offer the best to the person. So after that, I noticed it's not the time, and I decided to stay single and have short-term things, casual things, because of course you want, in my case at least, you want to remain sexually active, you like it, it's important to you, it's part of your physiology, but you know that you cannot offer much in the long run, so you avoid. And of course there will be those who will think, this person is not serious, this person doesn't want anything. And sometimes it's just not worth it explaining the history of your life, what happened in the past 5 years, and why you are deciding to avoid long-term relationships. People will either not believe you, or they will be skeptical, or they will think you're just playing games, and so on. You can try to explain. Maybe you will be lucky and you will find someone who will understand what you're saying. But in most cases, above all when people don't know you, they don't know what happened in the past of your life, in the last 5, 10, 15 years, they will just think you are not worth it and you are playing and this or that. But trust me, the best decision if you want to engage in a long-term relationship is to be sure that you are ready to do it, that you are in conditions to do it, that you are stable and healthy enough in all senses to start that. If you feel that you are not, if you are able to be honest with yourself, do a self-evaluation, look at yourself with honesty in the mirror, and you know it's not the time, don't do it. It's going to be better for you, and it's going to be better for anyone who could possibly engage into something long-term with you. See you in the next episode.